What do I need to do to thrive on the day after chaos? If you're asking that question, you're not alone. In this short video, we'll describe why our current business models collapsed, but also offer a framework to help you thrive on the day after chaos. And we have faced chaos. Marks and Spencer's, the leading UK retailer, has admitted that this crisis has created a very different way of working and rapid learning for the business at all levels. The company, like many, has vowed never to be the same again. Crises bring change, but they bring opportunities too. And many organizations want to use this crisis to strengthen their business. No one wants to suffer this way again. Many leaders want to go forwards, not backwards. But the question is, how? In times of change, leaders find ideas whose time has truly come. One of those is the Cynefin Framework, a simple yet powerful decision support tool. It has helped businesses, the military, and even SWAT teams on city streets act decisively when facing uncertainty. Because uncertainty is what the coronavirus has brought, with the realization that the old certainties that many industries were built on turned out to be fragile. And this threatens to be just the first of many waves of disruption to come. We will show why many highly optimized organizations collapsed into chaos when disruption hit. But we will also show how this crisis can bring opportunities if you're faster to adapt than your rivals. We'll give you examples of organizations who've already adapted and how they did it. The Cynefin Framework can point the way forward for you and your organization. As a leader, you face two types of challenge: efficiency and exploration. Efficiency challenges have been encountered before and solved. As a result, there are established practices for dealing with them. These challenges have predictable cause and effect relationships. If you can figure out the cause of the problem, you can get the desired effect. The mission here is remove the superfluous, and the command is continuous improvement. But leaders also face exploration challenges. What works is only clear with hindsight. These are novel problems with incomplete data and unpredictable outcomes. You need to discover ways forward yourself. The mission is therefore explore opportunities. The command is be better and different. Most leaders are highly skilled in meeting the efficiency challenges. They've learned what works from the business schools and job experience. Yet when faced with uncertainty, many struggle. They don't like going off script or doing the unexpected, because it's hard to survive in the uncertain world of the jungle if you've only ever known the predictable world of the zoo. The coronavirus has shattered any illusion of certainty and predictability. We're all in the jungle now. If you want to thrive in the post-corona world, you'll need to learn how to explore and respond to opportunities faster than your competitors, which means developing new skill sets and fast. Most organizations expend a sapping 80% of their time on efficiency challenges. They simply don't know how to explore for new opportunities. So if you do adapt, you'll have a big advantage. Let's examine how to clear your slate of efficiency challenges more quickly and effectively, so you'll have more time and energy to explore, discover, and exploit the new opportunities. Efficiency problems are either clear or complicated. Clear challenges are those with obvious cause and effect relationships. Here you can aim for perfection in your decisions. For example, imagine you're driving your car and the petrol light goes on. It's clear what the problem is. It will also be clear for any reasonable person how to fix it. It doesn't need debate or innovation. You just fill the car with petrol. Clear challenges should be confirmed as clear, then delegated to someone in the organization. Best practice guidelines will direct their action, and we can clearly measure results. But leaders also face complicated challenges. These have often been solved before, but unlike clear challenges, complicated challenges have multiple solutions. Imagine again you're driving in your car, but this time it starts to make a noise and stops suddenly. You know you've got a problem, but it's not obvious this time what it is or how to fix it. The leadership challenge here is deciding which of possibly many experts you want to trust. That is why complicated challenges are the domain of multiple good practices. Unfortunately, in a drive for ever greater efficiency, many organizations have tried to turn good practices into best practices. But while best practices have obvious benefits, they also have significant drawbacks if used inappropriately. Best practices require the ruthless removal of any deviation. They optimize the organization for a fixed environment. But when circumstances change, best practices quickly become bad practices, as they prevent the organization from adapting. That's what happened to KFC in 2018. A car accident near its UK distribution centre prevented trucks from getting supplies out to its restaurants, forcing them to close 3/4 of their entire national operations for a week. A single distribution centre had been an efficient best practice solution, but a single unexpected bump in the road brought its operations to a halt. The shutdown was both a PR embarrassment to the company and caused a significant hit to its bottom line. If we look at the Cynefin framework in 3 dimensions, we can see the danger of focusing too much on clear challenge best practices. Strict processes and ways of working optimize the organization for the current world, but when that current world changes, our optimized organization strains to breaking point and collapses into chaos. And as we found to our cost, chaos is not where any of us want to be. Things seemingly happen at random, and the organization faces threats to its very existence. As a leader, your only focus in chaos is getting everyone out of danger as quickly as possible. Fortunately, chaos is a temporary state. A hurricane may be destructive, but it does pass. The question then becomes, what do you do on the day after chaos? Those who were successful before the coronavirus hit will try to return to the old ways of doing things, and there will be no shortage of experts offering to help. But how wise is it to go backwards and shore up something that was so fragile in the first place? The alternative is to move forward into the complex world. Here, there are new needs, new opportunities, and new sources of values to be discovered. For example, at the height of the crisis, organizations were successfully meeting new emerging needs, mass-producing domestic ventilators with 3D printing, designing and producing hygienic door handles, switching production from alcohol to hand sanitizers, and even turning face masks into fashion accessories. There will be a revolution in customer needs, a customer revolution. And here's the irony. Unlike most revolutions, this revolution will reduce risk and improve business if you react appropriately. The coronavirus will change behaviors. If you're close to your customer, you'll spot them. If you're involved with your customer, you'll shape them. This is what could happen. Service firms will have to assure customers of safety, which means an explosion in remote selling and work. This means more people working from home, which means new demands for home office design and equipment, but also childcare services. Retailers will have to install self-service systems and redesign customer flow, which means investments in last-mile fulfillment centres and autonomous deliveries by drones. E-commerce will accelerate, which means high streets will die or become vibrant centres for those who can reimagine and utilise cheaper real estate better. And these will all lead to new opportunities for manufacturers who will need to build the new infrastructure of the post-corona economy. But manufacturers will also need to meet more stringent employee health requirements, which means reconfiguring factory lines, remote monitoring and deep cleaning. And all organizations are going to have to get used to a stop, start rhythm to business as future lockdowns loom. No one will be able to survive on just-in-time efficiency alone. Simply put, you're going to have to embrace the new realities, or better still, shape them to your benefit. Are you ready to explore the opportunities to thrive in the post-corona world? Do you want to de-risk your future by being part of the customer revolution? If yes, it's important that you're not confused about where you are today. So why don't you get some data before making a decision? Use our free You Are Here workbook to get input from your colleagues and to make sense as to where you are now. You can use this tool to set your direction and start becoming better explorers in this new post-corona world. Click on this link and you'll soon start discovering how you can thrive on the day after chaos.